Hey guys, well, welcome back.
I thought you wanted to say something different.
I was,
hey guys.
Yeah, hey guys is good enough. Anyways, I just was like thinking about this one time. We just want to get into it. I want to get into this episode. So I had this experience at home, and I was like, okay, it's just with my parents or whoever. Anyways, I can't remember who it was. And I was like, you know what? This is something I should bring to the table. So I was like, okay, let's bring it in. So basically the top, like the title of it, if you want to say, is being African in your 20s.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much. Like, because...
There's so much behind that. Like, that's such a deep... That's like hefty.
It's heavy. It's like a whole list, I'll say. Like, there's a whole bunch of things that I know that we would go through and everyone else. But it's like something that I'm just like, how long am I going to be going through this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at this age, and I'm just like,
I think you need to explain a little bit to the people that don't really understand.
Okay,
and like what you mean by like, because obviously we're African and everybody it's
so
not really going to be something that everyone can
understand. So if I be more descriptive about it, I'll say like at this big age, let's just say, there's things that I feel like I should be able to do, not like do whatever I want to do, but like,
basically you're saying like growing up in an African household, no matter where you're living or whatever it is, there's always going to be like things that you have to like keep up. Like there's always these little, I don't know, like paths, and like no matter what it is, you still have to like go through that.
Yeah.
Like no matter what age you are.
It's like I can't just think for myself.
It's not like a Western thing. It's like little things that like we're used to, but like when you bring it up to other people, they're like,
they look at you like that's not,
they'll be like, that's a bit weird, but like it's
funny though. Like even I laugh about it.
Like, it's actually just a way of life, that how we live. We don't think it's weird, but like,
when we talk about it out loud, we then have this moment where like, is that weird?
Yeah, but then it's like a relatable thing that we have like with other.
Yeah,
Africans.
so it was an experience I had with my mom or something. Like it was just funny, but so I just was like, okay, let's talk about it now, even though I know that it's obviously something that she's...
So what made you like want to talk about it? Like what?
Because I feel like this is something that we can all relate to. And I know for a fact that when I talk about it with things with my friends and all, I was in my African friends, it's a normal conversation to have. But then when it's just something that, it's not just
like
at home.
Give an example. Like what is there like something that as a 20-year-old you go through or other Africans go through?
I feel like it's like, I don't want to say the word permission, but it's like, equivalent to permission. Okay, so it's like if I want to go, I'm like, I'm going out or whatever.
Have to still notify
them.
Like it's a notification.
Yeah, a part of me be like, it's a notification. Yeah, it's just like saying, hey, I'm just like letting you know. But I grew up saying, hey, can I go out?
Yeah.
Even at 18, I still even said it. Like I know it's probably sad, but it's like
I don't care. You're 18.
It's normal.
You're 22. You're still letting me know where you're going and who you're going with.
So like
they still need to know your whereabouts.
But like look, we started off by saying, hey mom, dad, I'm gonna go out. I didn't go out until I was like 18 or so. I grew up not going to parties and all that kind of stuff. That's normal to me. Okay. But when I explain that to my non-friends, like my non-African friends, are like, what? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm fine.
Are you held hostage? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Please blink twice if you need help. I knew you
gonna say that. For example, I was just saying to my mom, I think it was something about, I'm going out or whatever. And then I walked out and I was just like,
did I really have to ask her? Or tell her?
I told her. I was like, a part of me was like, it's normal for me to tell her that I'm going out.
Yeah.
But I started saying to myself, when did I start saying I'm going out then? Mom, can I go out?
Yeah.
I started thinking
but it's still like, we still have to tell him.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I was like, it's not a permission anymore. It's like a notification.
A part of me will still ask for permission even though it's not necessary. But it's just something that...
You have to still tell them what you're doing. Like it's not...
Oh, 100%.
I think it's abnormal to like people that don't grow up in African households where it's like, you have to still tell them. Like no matter...
Because they get worried.
They're like, I don't care what age you're at.
Yeah.
You're still living under my house, like my roof. So like,
it's not how they say it, but that's how we think, and we know that's what they're going to say.
They don't expect you to like keep asking for permission, but they expect you to tell them, because if you don't tell them, then it's like,
they're going to start making assumptions, and they're going to be suspicious and all that kind of stuff. And there's a whole little kiki kaka thing because it's like we want to prevent having a long, deep conversation with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So we give them a heads up.
That's like a norm to us. Like I feel like that's so normal.
Yeah. So literally, yes, that's what I was saying. Like I had that experience where I was like, I stepped out, I was like, hey mom, I'm going this, that. She goes, okay, yeah, what time are you going to be back? And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Why
I was
do you
just
need
like,
to know this information?
but then I was like, it's fine. Like, I'm normal. It's so normal to me. I'm like, oh, probably this time.
Yeah.
And then if I know I'm going to come back at 9 o'clock, I'm like, Mom, I'll probably be back at 9 or 10:30, whatever. Cause she's this type of, she's just very like, if she hears something at home, like a little noise or whatever, she'll wake up and go,
she needs to know. Yeah.
Oh, she'll just be like, because it's just apparent, like they're very protective. She's like, oh my God, it's someone here.
Yeah.
So
and they don't sleep until you come home.
that's why she's wanting to know what time we come, because if she hears someone else coming, you know, I'm like, Mom, you got other kids to even ask about. But anywho, there's also another thing I want to say. It's different when you're the oldest than if you have younger siblings, model. Because I feel like my parents have been a bit like indifferent 100%. With them going out and stuff. Because for me, I feel like I'm really strict on my younger siblings. We're not that, our age difference is not that much. It's just a little bit. But
do you feel like your parents are more like lenient towards them?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So if you're watching this, I've said it to them.
Had it easy.
Yeah. So anyways, back to what I was saying before. Yeah.
So do they still like notify their parents where they're going? Or like, is it like
I feel like I'm not.
Or they don't. Like, it's like, okay, I'm going here.
They do, but they're not as descriptive as much as how
and your parents don't like follow up with them?
Not as much, no.
Okay.
Because they're expecting me.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I feel like
Africans.
I feel like because of how I've been across to them, like when it comes to me and how the thing is, this is how I look at it. Me and my sister. Yeah. We went through.
Her sister is a twin.
I've got a twin sister. So her and I we had to go. We went through everything. Like it's like permission. Yeah. All that kind of sorts. All that. When my sisters were young, like I've got two other sisters. Their life was different completely. Yeah. Like they didn't go through what me and my twin went through.
They got to do whatever they want basically.
But then it's like me and my sister would be like, to anyone that have younger siblings, don't take that as an advantage at all. Because it's like, they're like, yeah, go have fun. And my parents are a bit like less strict on them than they were with us. Yeah. So the permission and all that kind of sorts is different. So this title is not probably going to be relating as much as them how it is for probably our.
Yep. I understand what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
It's different for like, if you're an older child. I feel like when you're an older child as well, like they expect you to have like way more responsibility.
Oh, 100%.
It's okay, but like it's also the pressure as well of like you're the older one, you're basically like the role model. If you mess up, they're all gonna mess up type thing, where it's like, is that really what it is? Like it's a bit weird. Like it's an African thing. It's a it's a mindset.
But do I look back at it and be like, did I hate it? I appreciate
like
it.
It's normal. It's normal to us, but like when other people look at it, they're like, what? Like
so have you like what about you? Let's go to you. Have you had the same
what I
sort of
experienced as like a 20-year-old?
Yeah.
In my 20s?
20-year-old.
No, same. Like, I feel like I had this, like, I would still, no matter what age I am, I have to still let my mom know where I am. Probably only, like, in the recent years where it was, like, no more, like, permission. It's more like...
Did you
I don't tell her, but, like, I think also, like, she's understood that. Like, she has more of an understanding where it's like, okay, she's older now. Like, I can't expect her to, like... ask for permission or whatever it is. It's more like, okay, so what are you doing on this day? Like,
who are you with?
Yeah, that one always only Fru's. Like, who else am I with?
Always gonna be me.
I don't have other friends. Sorry.
No, she does, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound like a loner, but yeah,
you're not.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like it's changed. Like it's changed a little bit over the years, but still, like I feel like sometimes I'm like, damn. Like when I leave, I'm like, do I really have to like let you know? Like when am I not gonna have to let you know? Which I don't mind letting her know, but like it's like, but it's when you look at it, it's like you never. When are you not gonna let them know? Maybe when you leave the house, I think that's when it is.
To me, I think there's times where I've gone out and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't tell my parents I'm going out. Like because if my parents, it's like I know my dad will like pass out or something, and I'm like, I'll open and be like,
even a text, you have to let them know. Like no matter what it is, you have to let them know. They're not gonna sleep until like you come home.
They used to exaggerate that when we were younger.
And my mum till this day, I don't know if this is just me. My mum calls me every day, make sure I've eaten. Oh. No matter where I am. Even if I told her mum I'm going out for dinner, she'll still call me to make sure I ate.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I told you I'm out for dinner. No, like little things like that where I'm like, Mum, like I'm not a child. Like, no matter what it is, did you remember to do this?
Like Mum, you're on
she has to tell. Yeah. And whenever she calls me, it's always, have you eaten? Like if you haven't eaten, stop what you're doing, go eat. Or like it's always reminders for something where I'm like, I know, like you don't have to keep, and I love it. Like,
but I don't hate it. I'm never gonna hate it.
At the same time, like, oh my God, like I couldn't do this. Like I feel like it lowers my independence.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like if I leave my house, how am I going to survive? Like, I think I can survive alone, but like, they've done everything for us and we're so grateful for it.
100%.
But it's like, they low-key like baby their kids.
It's like, when are they gonna let go?
They do
and it's
everything
not gonna
for you.
happen.
Like,
it's
everything.
Not,
My mum, guys, till this day, like, literally gives me fruit for work.
I love it.
Like, because I've got little sisters. She literally, when she packs their fruit and their lunch, she'll pack me fruit.
I think it's because you got younger siblings as well. So she's gonna treat you like.
She treats me like a child.
So cute.
I'm part of the roster. Like, you know, when she makes everything, like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I wake up, do you want me to make you breakfast? I'm like, Mom, I can do it myself. Dang. You know what I mean? But like, they feel like they're complete.
Yeah, her mom always makes me breakfast as well when I come over.
They feel complete when they do these serve, like,
and you can't stop that. Yeah.
Their way, like, I don't know if it's just my mom or like my family, but like their way of showing love is like acts of service, doing everything 100%. For you. They're not gonna be like super affectionate like traditional ways, but like their way of showing love is literally doing every little thing for you, and then they're like that's their thing, and they don't see it as like controlling or like just overstimulating you. It's like, that's how I love you. Like, yeah, I care. Like, you're my child. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm your child. Yeah. Like, you're their child. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I think when other people are like, oh my God, like okay. I don't know if this is just a Western thing, but like when kids live, like we still both live at home. Mm-hmm.
Until we're married. That's what they keep telling us.
Yeah. Unless you move out of the country, you're still living at home. But like, I know like some of my friends or like people I went to school with and they still live at home. They have to still pay board. Like they have to what? So board is like basically they have to pay rent in their own home. I'm like, my mom would never ever take money from me for something like that. Like that's little things like that. I'm like, oh my God. And they like complain about things like that. I'm like, oh my God, I've got it good. Like the things we complain about, exactly, they want. And I'm like, oh my God. Like,
I haven't.
Do you know what I mean?
But then we don't just, but the thing is, just not talking for everyone else, but I know with us, like we don't just sit and just chill and just let them do, you know what I mean?
We still do other things.
Yeah. But like that,
I don't know, like little things like that. I'm like, I think growing up, we were like, oh my God, like our parents do too much. And like, you feel like not ashamed, but like you're just like, no, like you don't like it, right? When you're older, you love it. Like,
I love
little
it.
things,
and I'm
like,
so
where
thankful.
It's like, do you know what I mean? Like things like that. We're like, oh, she's so annoying. Like she does it. But now you're like, you get older and you're like, I really like that. Or like even when I feel like when people start their own families, they're like, they do the same things. And they're like, damn, that's what my mom did. And like, I hated it, but like I'm doing the same thing now. So like things like that, like I'm just like, oh my God. Like when I hear people talk about like how, I'm not saying they have terrible lives, but like they just
makes us even more grateful.
Yeah, like I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't have to do any of that. Like, what do you mean? Like,
sorry.
And they're always like, oh, I have to go like buy my own groceries. But you live at home. What do you mean you have to go buy your own groceries?
Like we would buy groceries for the fam bam, but it's like she comes across to being forced.
Yeah, like they're expected, like to be. I'm not talking about everyone, but like from what people saying. Like they're expected to buy their own groceries in their own family homes. What do you mean? Like if I buy groceries, it's just because I want something. Like, do you know what I mean?
Or if
there's always food at home. There's always that stuff.
Always.
So it's like, I don't know, like I feel like, oh my God, we've got it good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to leave, like this is our nest.
That's the
and
problem.
We do not want to
they're
leave.
doing they're controlling us. Now just think about it.
It's reverse psychology.
Exactly.
I figured it out.
Say what you're
You're
thinking.
manipulative. I don't like this anymore. I thought I was grateful. This is manipulative.
They're trying to be like, you have everything here. You don't even need to go.
Oh my God. That's why it's so hard to leave.
100%. Because I
never thought about that.
Yeah, well, look, you get... See,
I think I need to have a chat with my mom when I get home.
100%. Let her watch this. And
we need to have some family psychology or therapy or something.
Yep.
Your manipulation.
Crazy.
Oh my God, that's so true. And they do... God damn it. I just figured it out, guys.
Yeah.
I keep having light bulb moments on these episodes.
I'm telling you, it happens when we talk about it.
This is so crazy.
So they're doing
it. Did you know that?
No, not till now. Not till you just said what you just said. Because they're doing this little thing.
Because actually our nest, like...
You know, there'll be a time they're going to get tired of us and like, get out. I think that's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen. If they ever kick you out, that means they hate you. No offense.
Yeah, true.
But like, I mean, like, they would never do that.
Like, it depends on, people's house.
No, but like, I feel like if our parents ever did that.
My parents told me to get out. I'm like, are we good? Did I do something? Did I do something?
Did I do something wrong?
Am I always at Najma's house? Do you want me to go? I'll go move into.
Might as well. You might as well move into our house.
Pretty much. What's the other thing? they were talking about the paying rent and all that kind of stuff. I remember I bumped into one of my high school friends one time, and she was talking about, I'm looking for a house. I'm like, are you like, oh, okay, look at you. I'm over here thinking, because I always want to like move out. Like,
you don't know how expensive it is.
I want to have my friends over all the time. I want to have like all this gathering.
You don't know we have a good
KKK. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember when I was 8, because the thing is, our friends like when I'm 18, I have to move out.
Guys, 18 for us was freedom. 18 was equivalent to freedom,
but
it was a lie. As an African, there was no such thing as you turn 18.
In Australia, Australians, yes, but we are.
No, we are. In an African household, 18 means nothing. It's just another year added to your age.
Yeah.
Literally means nothing. Like, you think that means freedom.
Until you're married?
No.
That's when you have...
Like, yeah.
Would you
like
have freedom? Yeah, you have freedom a little bit.
Yeah, but your mom will still...
But if you're the first one to get married,
no, but
like,
leaving school, I was like, oh my... Like, everyone... When I turned 18...
Oh, that conversation was always on repeat.
Excuse me, 18, I had to still do the same... My life didn't change.
Nothing changed for me. I just aged.
Literally, it was like just, oh my God, I'm legal. But for what? Well, nothing legal in your home.
Some people were like legal for drinking. And I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, but we didn't care. Like, that was nothing that... But for us, it was just freedom.
Yeah.
And I think...
I was like, I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm going to move out. I'm like, really?
The word freedom means a lot to an African child. When you're growing up, that is like your favorite word ever. You just want freedom. You want independence. You want to do everything yourself.
And if you have that, congratulations. I'll say that.
Like, I don't know about you, but like growing up here in like Australia and like going to Australian schools, it was like you see the other kids and you're like, oh my God, like I want my life to be like theirs. Like, they don't, like, do you know what I mean? You grow up and you just want to be them. Like, you literally want to be them. So in your mind, when you're 18, you're going to be them. Like, you're going to have your life, whatever you can. There's no such thing as like asking permission, like little things. You think that's out of the window. Little do we know, 18 does not mean anything to these African mothers. 18. You pay taxes.
Just means that you're going to... what does that mean? What does 18 even mean? I don't even know. It's so annoying. You got to vote now. That's what it means. Now you get to vote.
Yeah. And I don't know, but my mother... I have to stop banning her out. But how come with some things you're an adult and some things you're still a child? What is that about?
Yeah. They pick and choose what they want.
Do that. You're an adult. You can do it yourself. And then, you can't do that. Who do you think you are? You're not grown. Excuse me? Because sometimes I'm grown and sometimes I'm a child. What does that mean?
Pick. They just want to use it whenever they want.
Why are you acting like you're grown? And then next minute it's like, you're a child still. You have to follow my rules. You know what I mean? Like things like that. I'm like, pick one, please. But yeah, no, like the whole 18 thing was a lie.
Yeah.
It was a lie. So if you're African and you're still in school, it's a lie. Don't be too excited. You wake up when you're 18, you're having the same morning. Don't worry about it. Like, you still have to do the same thing. You cannot sleep in. Same thing. Like, if you are not allowed to sleep in an African household, that means you're having too much fun in your sleep. If you sleep, like, after a specific time, why are you sleeping? They wake you up. They have to wake you up because, like,
my mom will come in with the vacuum.
Yeah, anything. They will open the door. They open the door, don't close it. They make noise in the house.
I know I'll be that mother. If
Why
my
are you
child
sleeping?
If my child was sleeping very late, I'll be that mother that opens the curtains. I'm doing whatever.
No, literally.
How we were raised.
Because we're not allowed to sleep. Even sleep, guys, that's a privilege. That's actually a privilege. You're not allowed to sleep. Why are you sleeping in? Why? Who told you to sleep late the night before? Excuse me, I've been working every day. It's my one day I want to sleep in.
You can't complain about work. You can't.
No,
you can't.
You complain about work.
You cannot complain about work.
Do you know what I do? I walk all these and then you go see their job and they're living life.
My parents. Fairuz, you're complaining about work. You're complaining about this. Even when I was younger, I did this, that. This is what I prevent. I think before I say now with these guys. I think because they always come up with so many stories, so many things.
I remember I came home once from work and I had like a long shift, like 12 hours. And my feet were aching. Like, when I tell you guys, I thought like I was going to die. Like, my feet were hurting so bad. I came in and I sat down. I was like, Mom, I'm so tired. Like, my feet hurt. Huh? My feet hurt every day. Every time I tell you, you just ignore me. Do
you see me complaining?
Excuse me. This is about me right now. Like, nothing. It just always flips back to them all the time. Or like, Mom, I'm not feeling well. I told you have to eat.
Yeah.
That's why you never complain.
Never complain to an African parent. Never.
Ever. Because they spin it back on you. Mom, I have a headache. Don't look at your phone. Mom, I have this. Don't do this. You're not drinking water.
Because you were out last 2 days ago and now you're feeling like this.
Exactly. If you have fun 2 days in a row and you feel achy the next day, don't tell your family.
Like, I love them, but goodness gracious me. How do you guys come up with all this?
Yeah. It's because you went out. It's because you were on the phone all day. It's because You're on your phone like this talking in the WhatsApp group chats. What do you mean?
Oh my God,
Who's going to come up with these things if you don't type in your WhatsApp group chat talking about you're always on your phone, you're everything, like, you know what I mean? Like little things. I'm like, oh my God.
It's funny. All I got to do is just laugh. That's all I got to do. So I don't get angry. All I got to do is just laugh.
Flip it back on themselves. Like they actually should flip it back.
Like I said, it was about me 5 seconds ago. How did we get to you? And then I'm like, okay. That's how I end it. Okay. Anyways, just that's what I do.
Oh my, yeah.
But yeah, with the rental thing, it got me thinking about something. I remember I was having these conversations. I just at work, you know, when you're at work or whatever, you talk this, that. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta just there's things where I would say, oh, I gotta do this, that, and they're like, why are you doing it? Get your parents to do it. Like I remember. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pick up my dad from somewhere.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what about his wife? Or why can he do this? I'm like, I'm sorry.
He gave birth to me. I'm his servant.
I felt like that's rude.
Literally.
That's my father. Like that's how I would react. And I'm like, because
care.
I feel like that's what I should be doing. He's my dad. I mean, he would do the same for me, no?
But I think that's why, like,
and it makes me look
they treat, no offense, but sometimes they treat their kids like a commodity.
So
it's like that's why.
Pipes. Yeah.
I'm intelligent or whatever.
Yeah.
They basically like they treat them like, okay, that's why you have to pay board, that's why you have to pay expenses, because it's like they don't do as much for their parents as we do.
Yeah.
But it's also because it comes down to the way they're raised, like the way we're raised and the way like ethnic people, not even just Africans, like in ethnic people, like, you know, we're raised to like basically you better take care of your family. Like
100%.
You take care of your parents because there's no such thing as when your mum or dad gets old, you're putting them in an aged care home. If you ever do that, that means you do not love your mum. You doing that is the worst thing you can ever do. You better build a house or something for them.
Do you know I've heard someone say that before? Oh my gosh, I can't believe when my mum gets older because I can just put her in. I'm like, oh my, you were disgraceful.
That's literally the worst thing you can ever say to your mum. The worst thing ever.
I was like, you're not gonna look after them? No, I don't have time for that. I'm like, did she not raise you?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like,
did I speak to that person again? No. I can't be around people that disrespect their family like that. When they do these little
things for us, it's like, they don't expect it back, but at the same time, it's like you have to do something for them.
Correct.
You basically taking care of them is nothing compared to what they've done for you. You know what I mean? So yeah, like things like that where it's like, that's just how we're. If I ever go to my mum and I'm like, Mum, you're pissing me off today. I'm putting you in an aged care home when you're old. You don't love me. I'm not your mother.
There's gonna be a whole bunch.
Fight.
But yeah,
it's getting posted on the group chat real fast. My daughter does not love me.
No, but like, see, when we talk about these kind of sorts to our non-African friends or whoever, co-workers, they look at you like, what?
Yeah.
Like
don't you want to still live your life? Yeah.
If I'm like I want to pay for this for my family, I want to get this for my family, they look at you like, why?
You're just so nice. Oh my God.
No, but I've been getting, mine one will be bad. Mine will be like, it's just for how many years I've been going through this kind of stuff. Like they just look at me, they're like, oh, why? I'm like, oh, I want to get my dad this. I want to get my mom this.
Be like, oh, is it his birthday?
Why there has to be an occasion? I just love them to buy them stuff because they would buy me things for no reason.
And they always complain when they have to get their
But you know what
something.
they say?
What?
They're like, the reason why they buy it is because they're your parent. I'm like, that's not how I look at it. That's not how I look at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you view it as a parent. You would buy these colors, but I don't see it like that. I see it how they came here or whatever, they looked up. You know the line.
The traditional story.
That.
They came here, they had to learn everything themselves.
And then me watching, them working so hard. My parents work so hard.
Yeah.
And all that kind of sort. So it's like, if they ask me for stuff, I can't really say no.
And they never ask.
They don't ask.
African parents will never, ever tell you to buy them something. And whenever you give them something, why did you waste your money on it? Why did you get it for me?
I feel like my mum would be like, hey, I need this. And she does this little... my mum
always
so funny.
Why did you get it? Oh my God, like, why did you waste your money on it?
Yeah.
Where it's like other people, they're like, they'll never... Do you know what I mean? Like,
so they look at me, they're like, why are you even doing that? I'm like, because I want it. I'm like, I'll be the shops.
That's nothing. Me buying like this small thing for my mum is nothing compared to what she does.
Yeah. Oh, nothing can compare. Even me buying them all.
What do you mean? Like, I come in my room from work and like my room is... We have this thing, it's like incense. Like my room smells nice. Like everything is like... When it's cold, my room is warm when I come back from work. Like things like that where it's like, I don't... Nobody ever does that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not asked them to do stuff like that, but it's done for you. And like, I don't know, like, I'm just like, me buying my mother something is nothing compared to what they do.
Yeah, so when I like go, I'm like, oh, I see this, I'm like, oh, my mom might like that. Oh, my dad might like that.
Yeah.
Oh, who'd you buy that for? I'm like, oh, my dad. Oh, what for? I'm like, Just because I know he probably needs one. He doesn't shop for himself anyways. My
Yeah.
God, this dude doesn't shop for himself anyways because he thinks I want to buy for you. I don't look. He doesn't look for him like he doesn't think about himself. That's how he thinks. To why I'm like, okay, well, I want to think about you.
Yeah, they
you know
never
what I mean?
think about themselves.
100%. So, and then
think
it's just I've been looked at like that, like it's just weird. I'm just like, it's not weird. It's just how
just
I was
a culture
raised.
clash. Like it's a big culture clash.
Yeah.
But I think that's like how it ties into like the whole how it might be hard, like you said, like living in an African house or whatever it is, like being in your 20s. It is difficult where it's like there's like things you have to do and this and that. Where it's like sometimes it's annoying.
It is annoying, but
It's
then
very
sometimes
annoying.
it's like,
But I think like it balances itself out because they do so much for us. Like the little thing of like just letting your mum or your dad know where you're going. It's like, oh, like that's nothing. That's so simple compared to like what they do. Like to other people, it's like, why do you have to still do that? But for us, it's like, it doesn't cost me anything to do that. Like I'll just do it. Like it's a norm.
Have you heard someone go, my parents never, you know, when you're going out and stuff, they call you. My parents never called me. I'm like, do they love you?
Yeah, because our parents always call us and they're like, yeah.
My parents never. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, their parents call them when they need them. Crazy.
Oh my God.
So like, I think that's why
I look at them like, really? Like, this must how it feels when they look at me. I'm just like, that's not.
I'm like, damn, is that the life I really wanted? No,
I'm thankful.
Good.
So thankful. Always will be.
Like I think that's why like that ties into the whole thing of like being African and like being in your 20s. It's because like we're okay with it. Like where it's like it's tough at times, 100%. Don't get me wrong. It's not all beautiful, but like it's like okay, like whatever. Like
it's something that we're just
where it's like
used to.
You have to do like
if you want this, you have to go through that. Like, you know,
But it's like now when you're older, and trust me, it's nothing that you see when you're younger. When you're younger, it's like the worst. You're so mad, like you're just like, oh my God, I have to do this and that. When you're older, you understand it better because it's like, okay, like
why?
Like it's like, okay, like I don't mind doing that now, or like, okay, I get it now. Like I get why I have to do that. I get like it makes sense when you're older. Trust me, guys. Like it's gonna get better. Like if you're in a whole thing of like, it's so annoying, like I'm 18 or whatever age you are and you're like,
so
I have to like do this and like I don't get it, like I'm already grown, like whatever age you are, just tell them where you're going or do these little things because trust me guys, it does not cost you anything compared to like, because African parents are the most worried parents ever, and or ethnic parents are the most worried parents ever, so you just letting them know or giving them that heads up actually just lessens their worries to us. And when we're younger, we were like, that is the hardest thing. We don't want to do it. Trust me, guys, just do it. Well, like it's not even that difficult. You won't regret it later on, and you're gonna be just doing the same things with your kids one day. Like you're gonna do the same exact thing. So yeah, like I feel like I see it like that now. Like even with my little sisters, I talk to them like I'm like, oh my God, that's how my mom spoke to me, and I'm like, I hated that, but like now I get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like I do the same things without even noticing it. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like it's good and bad, but at the end it's like,
I feel like I said in the beginning, like growing in an African household, but pretty much just being ethnic, for example. Being in an ethnic household. But like it's like today I still go through it, and it's like, oh, I'm forever gonna go through it. Even if I think about it, even if you move out, even when you have your own house,
your mom's still gonna
be like,
did you do this? 100%. Yeah.
You still be asking for help. Maybe you never know.
No matter how old you are, you're still their child.
Correct.
Like that's the thing. You're always going to be their child.
There's a stage where you go through when you're younger, you hate it, and then when you're in your 20s or so, you're just like now learning to accept it. And also,
guys, sorry to cut you off, but like if my mother does not call me,
she
doesn't love me. Or if I call her and she does not pick up her phone on the first time, what are you doing? What's more important for you to do than to pick up my phone call? Like that's what I'm used to.
The roles are reversed.
Exactly. So if she doesn't call me, I'm like, guys, oh my God, my mom hasn't called me. Like, what's going on? Like I feel like, oh my God, does she not love me anymore? Like she found something better to do. I get her. Like I did have to get her. So then I'm just like, oh my God, like, and then I'll call her. I'll be like, what's wrong with you? You haven't called me the whole day. Or like they don't pick up the phone. Like I get mad about that. But she gets mad with me. But you're my mum. What are you doing? Do you know what I mean? So like I get it.
So we can't get mad. You get frustrated, but you're just like holding it.
I'm just like, oh, but yeah,
that's normal. But what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. But so all the things that we go through, I love it. Even at this one time, which it was so funny. I think my mum asked me for permission for something.
What, to go do something?
I can't remember. I think it was something like that, and I was like,
wow, is that what it feels like?
I was like, okay, let me take this. No, I said no, mom. I look at her like a joke. Okay, so like a joke thing because my mom every year she's younger. Okay, every year she ages, she's younger.
100%.
So and she asked me something. Even my dad's done the same thing. They asked me permission. I'm just like, let me take this for an advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you sure?
Yeah.
You're gonna get home. What time are you gonna get home? What time?
Oh my god! If my mom comes home late, where were you? What were you doing? Excuse me. You think you're grown?
Yeah.
I think one time my mom asked me to drop her off somewhere and asked me to pick her up real late, and I was like, "Who the hell does she think she is?"
Wait, that happened to me. I dropped my mum somewhere. She was going with her co-workers, like something like that. And she was like in a gown and a ball dress and had a whole hammer. Is that what you call it?
I think they went to like some fancy. I don't know what it was. I was like,
I was just like, "Can you drop me here, Freeze?" I'm like, you going out? She goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, have fun, you drink. Like, I'll just be like, don't drink. She's like, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm
it's
like,
weird.
They don't drink like that,
if
but
my mom comes home late, guys, I don't get mad, but like,
I get worried.
Where is she? And then she doesn't pick up the phone because she's having too much fun.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you can't have too much fun.
Excuse me? Why are you not home by 2 a.m.? Excuse me, where were you? I don't care if you were at a wedding.
So the roles do end up being reversed, and it just makes me feel like, okay, that's fine.
Oh my God.
But that makes our relationship even more stronger. I'm not going to lie with you. But that was so funny because one time I picked her up, I'm like, Mom, I thought I was meant to pick you up at this time. She goes, I was having so much fun. That's fine.
It's crazy.
Have fun. Like,
it's crazy.
Me, I'll be like, that's fine. Have
all the fun you need.
Because tomorrow I'll be back up 2 a.m. So you enjoy.
Balance it out.
Yeah,
you gotta balance it out.
Yeah, I gotta balance it. But I don't do that. But anyways, so that's happened before. I think my dad doesn't go out, but like he's done it before for something I can't remember. But till today, like, you know, I'm still like, you know what, this permission thing. Even me, I'm like, hey Mom, I'm gonna go. I think there's one time where I was like to her, you still have to ask permission though, because it depends. Like, if you want to go overseas, if you want to go on a holiday,
100%.
That one is something I would still be like, hey, are we doing, like, you got to be sure, are we doing anything? You got to be so, like, ahead. Like, I want to go away.
They're going to expect you, like, oh, who are you going with? What are you doing? Where are you staying?
Why did I ask us who we're going with? Because my mom doesn't know all my friends. That one's funny.
But still, they want to hear a name.
But I still ask them about her friends. I'm like, which friend are you going out with?
Yeah. They want to hear a name.
Yeah. One name that they know about.
And then they don't care.
Then they come.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, there's still times where I'm like, okay, is it all good if I go? This is what I do. I'll be like, is it all good if I go here at this time? Do you need me? That's what I do now. It's more like, do you need me to do anything? Or like, I'm going to be here that day. So yeah. Even
I get that.
It's a normal, like, you know what I mean?
I have little sisters, so I babysit them a lot. And I'm like, all right, so like this day I can't babysit, so I have to do this. Okay.
Oh,
like,
having younger siblings? Yeah. You're the age difference, because you've got younger really young siblings.
Like
you got to think about them first. If you want to do something, you can't think about yourself. You got to think about them.
And I think she doesn't expect it, but I'm like, I feel bad.
That's a normal thing. Yeah.
So like, I'm just like,
yeah, that's normal. That's a normal thing. But my goodness, it's just something that
there's
just
so
like,
much stuff where it's like, oh my God.
It's
crazy though, because anyways, we're grown, but whatever.
But I'll be in my 30s and I'll still be like,
you're gonna tell your mom where you're going?
Oh, like, hey Mom, I'm going here. You want to come? I do that. It's fine, because it's like when you get older, you become. It's like I've always been close to my parents, but then it's like as you get older, you become best friends even more. Like it's like
because the relationship changes to like more of like a friend relationship than like
to
a
me
mother
how
and child.
to how I view it.
Child and
my
parent.
my parents didn't have like the childhood that we had. Do you know what I mean? They just got married and like all that kind of stuff. So they just missed it. So now how I see it is my mom's now using to actually act younger.
Guys,
yeah. So she, oh my goodness, she acts like, I'm like, Mom, how old are you?
Yeah.
Like
but your mom looks young, so it's fine.
Yeah. Now she's gonna have a be here because of you. She's gonna be like, yeah.
You look young, auntie.
Yeah. So she's like now enjoying her time. Like, do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I have to keep back.
You're letting it be, yeah.
But yeah,
I get that.
Do you know what I mean? I was like,
they didn't really have
because her
focus
kids
on us.
Yeah, because her kids are now old enough. She can do what she wants. She doesn't need to.
Because when we're growing up and we're kids, it feels wrong for them to be having
do
fun
things and have fun. Yeah. Like,
what do you mean? I don't love my kids.
Yeah,
like that's what it was. To them. So it's sad, but it's reality.
But now we look at them, and now I'm just like thankful. Like parents go on holidays, whatever. Do what you want to do. Go away for how long, however you want. Just don't forget about me. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all for today's episode.
Yeah.
But let us know what you guys go through. Like, I love to know like, what people think.
Feel free to like message us on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, because we want to start doing things. Comment. Yeah, we want to start talk. Like, what's that thing where you just
interactive?
We want us like, you know, if you guys got things to say, we can talk about it here.
Or like if you have any like topics for us to discuss or anything like that, let us know. Because what's the point of us just doing videos and y'all don't really want to watch
because we want to do things that y'all want to see. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool.
We
and
hope
it's
you
exciting.
guys like this episode, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Or you hear from us next time.
Yeah,
Whatever you're doing.
All right.
Is that all?
I think that's it.
All right.
Okay, make sure y'all check out the last episode that we posted.
Yes.
And y'all follow our TikToks and our Instagram and all that kind of
everything.
sorts.
Anything else?
This girl's like, I gotta go.
Anything else, Dad?
I think that's all.
It's hot in here, guys.
Yeah, it's really hot. I want to run out of this room. I think that's all,
That's
Naj.
all. Well, I'm Najwa, and this is
Fairuz.
and this is Real Talk. And thanks
Yeah.
for listening or watching or whatever it is. And have a lovely, lovely day, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.